My name is Abdulkareem Agunbiade, and right now we are in the Michael Ward lab, which is focused on rheumatological diseases. So the specific disease that I'm doing for my main project, we're looking at lupus and how it affects kidney failure specifically. To go into a little bit more depth, everyone with lupus have different manifestation or different presentations of the disease. It can affect many different organs from your heart, your skin, and various other things. We're specifically focused on how lupus affects your kidneys. So I was born in Nigeria. I lived there for about 6 years. Then I moved to the US, lived in St. Louis, Missouri for most of my upbringing, and then Indianapolis, Indiana for high school. I was fortunate enough to get into Stanford University, where I went for undergrad for 4 years. After 4 years of undergrad, I actually ended up doing, not necessarily something exactly like this, but I did some clinical research in an infectious disease lab. In that type of project, I was kind of exposed to clinical research to a certain extent. But they've already written like the proposal of how they were going to do it. I didn't really have a part in that. I just had a job and I did it, and I worked on that. So then after that, went to med school. I'm currently a student at University of Chicago, Pritzker School of Medicine. So the Medical Research Scholars Program, it's a fellowship given to medical students, dental students, and veterinary students. It's a one-year fellowship at some point during your training, during your education, when you're given the opportunity to come here and you're literally allowed to work with anyone at the NIH who's willing to work with you. So we're just learning so much from one another, and also we're becoming great friends and having a good time as well while we're doing all this research. So it's been an absolutely amazing program. I don't really have anything bad to say for the most part. So from day to day, our day-to-days would be me going to my boss, telling him, oh, I read this paper and I think we should consider this in terms of looking at the research. Me reading a paper about a certain type of statistical analysis that I think maybe we can add, or maybe we should consider with regards to our analysis for the data that we're looking at. It could be us meeting with a collaborator, talking about maybe how this fits within their greater project and maybe project we can do together. And of course, some days it's just me reading a paper and trying to get more background reading. So not every day is amazing and exciting, but of course, day in, day out, it's various conversations you have with various people about how to improve your research.
Yeah, you were saying that.
What I'm doing right now is extremely important because there are a lot of people in the world that are suffering from lupus, and a lot of them also suffer from this lupus kidney disease. And what we're trying to do is discover and see what are the reasons people progress from having this kidney disease to kidney failure. Because if we can maybe discover whether it's maybe an issue with compliance, or maybe whether we have the right treatments, people are taking their medication properly, but our treatments just aren't good enough, and try to figure out the actual reasons for this progression, maybe we can help inform future research and say, oh, this is actually the issue with this disease. We need to focus our attention, focus our money here, and maybe help further this field and help people with this disease in the future hopefully live a much healthier life. So right now with this research, and just to give a little bit more background on the research, what we're trying to do and how we're trying to achieve this is by actually surveying those who have kidney disease from lupus and those who have the same kidney disease and also progress to kidney failure. So we've already designed a protocol. I wrote the protocol, what we call the IRB, wrote it, designed it, made the questions for it, made the database for it, did all that, and then we submitted it to the Institutional Review Board, which is a board that makes sure that we're not taking advantage of anyone in this research. So we've submitted it and we're waiting for their approval, but in the meantime so far, I'm still kind of doing background reading. We're meeting with the other primary investigator who's going to be helping us with this project, kind of getting the project ready to go once we get the approval. So this work within the context of also being at the NIH is absolutely fascinating. I talk with my boss, my private investigator, every day, and he treats me like an equal. I share with him ideas about how I think we should take the research. You know, we work hand in hand to kind of figure things out, and every day I'm learning, I'm pushing myself to kind of think outside the box in terms of how to do my research, and it's been absolutely amazing. So I don't know, who else wouldn't enjoy doing that every day in their job? And that's why I think this has been an absolutely amazing job so far. It's a great job.